Well, we're coming to a close again on another rousing episode 61. That's right. We've done more than 161, maybe. No.
No.
I'm lying. But if
We've
you've
done,
watched it...
We've done 100 less than 161.
Yes. If you've watched this more than one time, though...
Then maybe we have done 161.
Yeah, maybe
we've done more than 161
maybe this is the
videos.
161 that you're watching.
Maybe.
That'd be weird. I don't think
and
you should
really
like
coincidental.
I don't think you should like this show enough to watch this particular episode 61 times.
Hey man, Stephen Amell was on Raw. We went to SmackDown.
It's true.
Lots of cool shit happened this week.
It's true. But this is the end, which means, as the loyal viewers, the handful of you know, the last video of the week is the indie news.
It is indeed.
Where we look at the guys who ain't on your TV every week. Some that are.
Except for one set of guys that are on your TV every week.
That's the Ring of Honor on Destination America.
If you get Destination America.
Or a laptop with Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Or a computer. Any kind of computer with internet.
So we're going to talk about the matches that happened this past week on the 16th, I believe. No, 12th. Today's the 16th.
Yeah.
It's the 12th.
What the hell are you talking about? So...
I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. We're talking about opening up the show with Watanabe taking on ACH. They started off with a chop battle.
Yeah.
ACH tried. Didn't quite win the battle, though. Watanabe's got a real thick chest.
Yeah, I mean, part of the freaking Japanese dojo training, man, they get whacked across the chest tons of times a day.
Yeah, so he was ready for that. But he did have he didn't fare so well against the aerial game of ACH, though. ACH was able to really take the advantage and ended up winning, hitting a brainbuster that set up perfectly for a springboard 450. ACH picking up the win over Watanabe. We moved on to a tag team match where
I want to talk about one particular spot in that match when Watanabe was trying to throw ACH into the ring post.
Oh, yeah.
And he walked up the ring post into backflip, but then got German suplexed on the floor.
Yeah, he thought he was all bad. He's like, oh, did you see that? That was awesome. But Watanabe was like right behind him and gave him a released German suplex on the outside.
Okay, bro, I saw it, but
chill.
You didn't like
chill out,
attack me or anything, so way to screw yourself.
That C is starting to turn into cockiness. You need to chill. Then we had War Machine taking on the House of Truth. We had Jay Diesel and Banana Hands Donovan Dijak.
Baby Boxer and Banana Hands.
Jay Lethal was a commentary talking about that in 3 weeks he will be defending the TV title against Hanson.
Warbeard.
Yeah, this was actually a...
I used to hate the name Warbeard. It's growing on me though.
Yeah.
It's growing on me.
It's growing on Hanson too.
Yeah.
There was definitely more offense on the part of the House of Truth than I expected, especially with the fact that neither Truth Martini nor Jay Lethal got involved all that much.
Yeah.
Dijak and Diesel actually held their own pretty well. But once it got down to it, Donovan Dijak went on a double team move called the Path of Resistance, which is just Hanson and Rowe throwing the person back and forth and slamming them, and then it ends with a splash from the top rope by Hanson, and that left Donovan Dijak to get what is called the Fallout, which is the sidewalk slam leg drop, and War Machine picks up the win. Hanson and Jay Lethal yelling at each other, causing some issues. But
they got their match coming up, so there's going to be time for trash talking.
Yeah. Then we had Adam Page dispose quickly of a man known as Tim Hughes.
Sorry, Timmy boy.
That lasted all of 30 seconds. He
kicked him in the corner a bunch.
And then picked him up and hit him with a rite of passage, and it was done. And BJ Whitmer got in and said, oh, this is all they can give Adam Page after he destroyed ACH at Death Before Dishonor. What? They're just giving him all these easy guys, you know. And then he asked Adam Page if he's ready to step up and go to the big time. So Adam Page grabs the microphone and calls out Jay Briscoe,
who coincidentally isn't there this week. Just, you know. In case you were wondering.
It's messed up. But as they're on their way out, obviously Briscoe's not going to accept the challenge because he's not there. But BJ starts to talk to Carino. BJ's on crutches at this point.
ACL injury.
And he's going around saying that Carino was the cause of it. You know, Carino got too physical last week when he was trying to set up the gauntlet for Colby.
Yeah, and Nigel shouldn't have let him back at commentary.
Yeah, because there is a what do you call it? Something clause. It's what's
Well, there's zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance, yeah. And that's what got Tommaso Ciampa fired from Ring of Honor, because he hit a referee. And so Carino is actually taken away from commentary, and Kevin Kelly is left by himself
for the main event.
To do commentary for the main event, which is Red Dragon taking on the Kingdom's Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. And before the match gets started, current/former member of the Kingdom and former/current member of Future Shock, Adam Cole, makes his way down and starts giving his insight on both sets of guys that are in the match. This match was awesome.
Yeah.
Some great.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of great guys in the match.
Great chemistry between these guys. Some awesome double teams on the parts of both teams.
Awesome triple team from the Kingdom.
Yeah,
Maria distraction, triangle enziguri from Taven, and spear on the apron by Bennett.
Yeah. So and Bobby Fish doing a senton flip over the turnbuckle onto Taven on the outside. Kyle O'Reilly hit his axe and smash. He was getting submissions in all over the place, but unfortunately the Kingdom were able to get the advantage and hit the Hail Mary, which is the assisted spike pile driver on the outside to Kyle O'Reilly, which allowed them to do the same thing to Bobby Fish on the inside, and the Kingdom picks up the win. They continue to beat down Bobby Fish and attempt a second Hail Mary, but Adam Cole gets in, stops them. Maria's like, what the hell's going on? And we get a very awkward end like we did last week when we had Adam Cole being buddy-buddy with Red Dragon.
Yeah.
And the Kingdom came out and was like, what the hell? So, yeah.
Some dissension.
Some more issues with the Kingdom involving Red Dragon.
Cole kind of bad-mouthing Maria on commentary a little bit.
Well, yeah, because she always calls herself the leader of the Kingdom, and
yeah.
She uses nefarious means to get wins and win title belts and all that fun stuff. So, I mean, she's pretty to look at. I mean, I look at her all the time, but I'm sure she can be kind of a bitch. That's all I got for Ring of Honor. What other shows did we have this past week?
On Friday the 14th, we had a show that we've been building up for quite a long time. We had AIW's Battle of the Sexes 2
right.
from Strongsville, Ohio.
I was really interested to see how this one goes, because we watched a couple matches from last year's, I believe.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, go to AIW or AI Wrestling on YouTube. And they've got some matches from their Battle of the Sexes last year.
Yeah. In the opener, Antisocial defeated Gregory Iron.
Nice.
Team 2 Infinity successfully defended the Tag Team Championships against Sugar and Spice.
Taylor.
Ethan Page defeated Allison Kay. Johnny Gargano defeated Candice LeRae. Athena's mystery opponent was Lufisto.
That's not a dude.
And Athena won. Louis Linden defeated Heidi Lovelace. Eddie Kingston defeated Mia Yim. Crazy Mary Dobson defeated Man Pondo in a no DQ match.
Nice.
And in the main event for the Absolute Championship, a no-holds-barred, falls count anywhere match, Ricky Shane Page defeated Veda Scott to retain the championship.
Nice.
So a very male-dominant card.
As opposed to last year.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And then on the 15th, the next day, we had Evolve 47 from Queens, New York, where we had Hot Sauce Tracy Williams defeat Vic Busick. Drew Gulak defeated Rich Swann. After that match, Gargano went to the ring to help Rich Swann. Timothy Thatcher came out. He's the current Evolve champion and Open the Freedom Gate champion.
Right.
But Thatcher officially retires the Open the Freedom Gate championship by giving it to Johnny Gargano as a gift, because of Johnny Gargano being the greatest Open the Freedom Gate champion of all time. He had that super lengthy run as champion, and officially retires the title.
Oh, yeah, they're because Dragon Gate's starting to fade out and it's starting to become strictly Evolve.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the DG USA titles are starting to go away.
The Premier Athlete brands Tony Nese and Caleb Connolly defeated Trent Beretta and Ray Horace. And then Ethan Page defeated Johnny Gargano in their Anything Goes match due to interference by Rich Swann. Swerve. And then in the main event, Timothy Thatcher defeated Zack Sabre Jr. to retain, I don't want to say officially retain, the Evolve Championship.
Is there a way to unofficially retain?
Perhaps.
I guess technically a disqualification.
Maybe.
Or a count out.
I think it's still official. But that's not all that we had on Saturday. We also had Chikara presenting A Good Life from the new Wrestle Factory in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We had 5 action-packed matches.
I hope they were packed with action, because it'd be really boring if they weren't.
Starting with Oleg the Usurper defeating Prakash Sabar.
Awesome.
In one-on-one action. Then we had the Nightmare Warriors, represented by Frightmare and Blind Rage, defeat Los Ice Creams.
Go figure.
Is
that COTI?
I'm not sure if the tag team match was, but I know Oleg versus Prakash was.
Oh, okay.
Arcane Horde versus United Nations.
Right.
We also had a one-on-one COTI match, United Nations versus the Snake Pit, as the Proletariat Boar of Moldova defeated Argus. Prakash Sabar was at ringside with the Boar and tried to get involved. Oleg actually came back out and took Prakash Sabar away from the ring.
Oh. Right.
But it didn't help because the Boar still got the gore on Argus. Team NRG defeated Battleborn in tag team action, represented by Lucas Calhoun and Missile Assault Man.
I bet Conran wasn't too happy about that.
And this is, again, now NRG has 3 points again. So they could be on their second attempt now to try and face Devastation Corporation for the tag team championships.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the fastest time any team has accumulated 3 points twice in succession.
Quack must have high hopes for NRG.
And then in the main event, we have the Grand Championship on the line, where after a Yakuza kick and 2 riding bombs, Hollow Wicked retained the championship from the Funky Pharaoh Amasis. So not the momentum on his side going into King of Trios. Momentum in favor of the Nightmare Warriors, because both of their matches were successful.
Alright.
Then on Sunday, we had Evolve 48 from Deer Park.
I think
New York.
You did the same thing last week when we talked about it.
Probably. I don't know. I had barbecue pork for dinner, so. We had Tony Nese defeat Ethan Page. And then Ethan Page's mystery opponent for Johnny Gargano this go-around is not a shocker after what happened the night before, Rich Swann. Rich Swann wins. Ethan Page distracted the referee. Rich Swann hit a frog splash on Johnny Gargano while they put the Open the Freedom Gate Championship face down on Johnny Gargano.
Oh, okay.
Post-match, Ethan Page cuts a promo that says that Johnny Gargano and the Open the Freedom Gate Championship need to both die. Yeah.
Wow.
It's said to be a fairly dark promo.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Caleb Connolly from the Premier Athlete brand defeated Trent Barretta. The team of Catchpoint, which is Drew Gulak and all of his students. So this is Drew Gulak and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Defeated Ray Horace and Speedball Mike Bailey. Chris Hero defeated Zack Sabre Jr. And in the main event, anything goes, no holds barred match. Timothy Thatcher defeated Biff Busick via armbar on an arm that had an already broken thumb attached to the end of it.
So wait, was Biff Busick's
Yeah.
thumb broken? Oh, okay. He didn't just like attach a broken thumb to the arm?
The V6 thumb was broken, and he used that arm to
That's fucked up.
pull on the arm bar.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and get me to tap out.
Yeah.
Hands down. That's what I have for results.
That was quick.
Yeah. So we got some news though. I know you have a slight update. Not anybody new, but
Yes.
a deeper look into
so
the line.
yeah, so we had one of the guys from Figures Toy Company recently did a podcast, and was podcast. Yeah, he was talking about pretty much just going over some frequently asked questions about the lineup itself.
Which
Um,
have a lot of
so,
questions to ask
so
frequently.
just to kind of go through it real quick, there are 3 different lines.
Yes.
We have the ROH line, we have the Rising Star line, and we have the Legends of Wrestling line. So when it comes to all 3, they're all being done in the Jack's Pacific / Ruthless Aggression style. If you've got any of the Ruthless Aggression style action figures from WWE, it's going to be like that. It's completely different from the Mattel version, which is what they're doing now. So yeah, this kind of give you an idea of the kind of the movement they're going to be able to do.
Not the most articulate, but also not the worst.
No. Also, a lot of people have been asking, what's AJ Styles going to look like? Pretty much, what they've been able to say is that as far as all the Bullet Club members, don't expect them to have Bullet Club logos because those are licensed under New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And unless they come to a deal with them, which it probably isn't going to happen by the time these figures come out, none of these action figures like the Young Bucks, AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, Kenny Omega, Tama Tonga, they're not going to have Bullet Club logos because they can't use them.
But they could have Blizz clues.
They can use BizCliz because that is actually trademarked by the guys who wrestle over here. So Young Bucks and Doc Gallows will probably have BizCliz. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe even Amber O'Neil.
I'm saying, man, I'm just hoping Bucks get fringy boots.
Oh.
Fringy boots. Come
Fringy
on, guys.
boots.
Give me the fringe boots.
So like as far as AJ, he'll have his longer hair. He might have his leather jacket that comes on. As far as the tights go, they're not gonna have like removable tights. They'll all be painted on like most action figures go. But there is going to be a Ring of Honor Series 2 with 4 brand new talent.
Never having action figures before.
So that's exciting. They do, all the people we've been talking about as far as the Rising Stars with Cliff Compton, Joey Ryan, Brian Myers, the Young Bucks, all the Bullet Club members. There's still more to be announced, which they're going to announce another one this week. It'll be this was on Saturday that they announced it, so we'll probably have that updated for you next week on Indie News.
As long as it's this week.
And then if you go,
Unless they're lying. Don't be lying.
you can go to the subreddit, which is where I was. Go to reddit.com/r/WrestleFigs.
WrestleFigs.
The images weren't working for me, but they do have the Brian Myers and the New Jack. What's the word I'm looking for? Prototypes. Already
of
up.
their heads.
If you go to their Twitter, you can see Joey Ryan, you can see Blue Meanie, you can see all the Ring of Honor guys, all that stuff like that.
If we can get one, we're gonna post a picture right about now.
Yeah, if we can find one, there it is.
Yeah.
If not, I'm pointing at you, and you're seeing me point at you.
And maybe you'll get just another random picture anyways.
We'll have to plug something funny in if we can't get one of those prototype pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of really cool things are going to be happening with these action figures. It's going to be exciting. I've got two other quick news stories as well. Red Dragon defeated the Young Bucks this week at the G1 Climax and became a 2-time IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. So congratulations to Red Dragon. And if you know him from NXT or if you know him from this year's Best of the Best tournament, CJP, aka CJ Parker, is retiring at the end of August. August 29th, he'll be wrestling EC3 at Us vs. Them Wrestling in Einfeld, Connecticut. He hasn't given a reason as to why, but it just seems like the right time for him, and maybe he's just not into the wrestling currently, which is interesting because I just finished listening to Truth Martini's second podcast, and he trained C.J. Parker.
Yeah.
And C.J. Parker was apparently getting ready to do a lot of overseas stuff, so maybe he's just taking a break, and maybe he's going to come back to it. But as far as we know, August 29th against EC3 will be the very last match for C.J. Parker, aka CJP. And we'll have to see if we see him later on down the line. So, thank you, C.J. Parker. Good luck in whatever it is you do next.
Alright, and also just an update on some of the stories we touched on last week with the GoFundMe campaign regarding Jerry Lynn and his surgery. Last week, yeah, it was successful. They had all the funds necessary, and there was more going. It was like $17,535.
$595, something like that.
Something like that.
They were about just over $2,500 more than what they needed for the initial goal.
They've now broken over 18,000.
Nice.
It's still going. I mean, there's no time cap on this thing. So, I mean, they're still going to be racking up more and more money to go towards that charity now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is rad.
That's very
We're
cool.
now like over $3,000, all going directly to charity picked by Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
So, and then also we talked about the one Axl Rotten is on.
Yes.
That's on youcaring.com.
Yeah, go to youcaring.com/AxlRotten. He's just under halfway to
he's
his goal.
$5,895. The goal is $12,000. So, I mean, if you guys are any kind of fans of old school ECW stuff, go on and try and donate. There's only this one has a time cap on it. It ends in 15 days.
Yeah, so it's Sunday when we're recording this. It's Monday when it's posted. So there's roughly 2 weeks left to donate for Axl. So if you can, I'll actually share it on the Facebook page. So if you can find the link down there. I'll actually post the link to it down there, so you can click directly. Just donate whatever you can, whether it's $5, $10, $100, whatever you can do. Because I mean, these guys put their lives on the line to entertain us, and just the fact that we can, donate just a few bucks to say, hey, thank you for what you've done, and here's hoping you can get better. I mean, come on, it's just whatever you can.
Do it. Also, a little news coming from your neck of the woods, them Ring of Honor guys.
What?
Delirious made an appearance at G1 Climax finale today, or Sunday, if you're watching this the day it's released, announcing that Ring of Honor will be doing a 3-show tour in Japan.
Nice.
With New Japan during the beginning of 2016.
Nice. Are these going to be TV tapings at all, or is it?
No word on whether it's going to be TV tapings or not.
I guess we'll find out closer to the end of the year.
Because Sinclair Media is the one who does the New Japan shows, and they're also
they do Ring of Honor.
The Ring of Honor shows.
Nice.
So now in conjunction, it's sort of that because, and a lot of people are seeing it as a sign of solidarity between the two companies.
Right.
Of them trying to make sure all the rumors are dispelled about any kind of heat or anything between the two companies over the Jushin Liger going to WWE.
Right. And I can't imagine that there would be issues between the two companies, because both companies have been working together for what, the last 2-3 years, something like that. And they always put on great product. Everyone always talks so highly of those shows. I feel like
including us.
Jushin Liger he's been wrestling for what, 30 years?
Yeah.
He's Jushin Liger. He's gonna do whatever he wants. Just because he wants to go wrestle Tyler Breeze at NXT doesn't mean that New Japan and ROH are at odds. I think that's a really dumb.
Well, I mean,
to
not so much
rumors.
Not so much that they're at odds, but that there would be dissension because of New Japan letting Jushin Liger go to a competitor.
Yeah. It's Jushin Liger. Come on, let Jushin Liger do what he wants to do, and just keep putting on the awesome shows that you are.
Absolutely. Both companies.
Yes.
Japan, Ring of Honor. You guys are rad.
Yeah.
And we got some upcoming shows. A lot of upcoming shows.
Yes.
So we're going to start off with some business. You got some Ring of Honor stuff.
I do. All right. So this Friday, the 21st, we finish up the Aftershock tour. This will be giving into the Reloaded tour, which is going to set up for All-Star Extravaganza. So on the 21st, just signed, we have the Kingdom taking on War Machine. We have a 6-man tag team match where Team Chaos, Okada, and RPG Vice will be taking on the Briscoes and Hiroki Goto. In non-title action, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Kushida taking on Matt Sydal. That should be a good one. Adam Cole versus Nakamura for the very first time. And then in the main event, we have Jay Lethal defending in the rematch the World Championship against Roderick Strong. The following day, Saturday, the 22nd, all kinds of stuff happening on the 22nd. But for Ring of Honor, it's Field of Honor. This will be in New York. This is awesome. I didn't even tell you what.
Show you. They're gonna show you how the baseball show is run. GFW.
Yeah. Listen up, JEFF.
JERRETT. Haha.
Just announced for Field of Honor.
What the fuck was just announced, man?
You don't even know.
I don't know.
And I'm about to tell you.
The suspense is killing me.
We're having a gauntlet match to determine who faces Jay Lethal on the 19th for the TV title. Who's in it?
I don't know who all's in it. Moose posted it on his Facebook page.
Damn it, Moose!
Him and Cedric.
Moose is in it.
I know him and Cedric Alexander.
Damn it, Cedric Alexander.
He's in it.
We also have Silas Young, Dalton Castle, Adam Page, Donovan Dijak, and Frankie Kazarian. So gauntlet match, that'll determine who faces Jay Lethal for the TV title on the 19th. We've also got an 8-man tag team match we talked about last week. The Young Bucks, Matt Sydal and ACH taking on the Kingdom and RPG Vice. We have Adam Cole taking on almighty Christopher Daniels. We have Hiroki Goto taking on Michael Elgin. And we have
Goto versus the Man, baby.
Tag team rematch where Killer Elite Squad will take on War Machine. We have Okada versus Roderick Strong. We have Jay Lethal and Nakamura taking on Red Dragon. And we have the Briscoes taking on the Time Splitters. And that is on the 22nd. The following week, on the 29th, they start their Reloaded tour. This will start off in Norcross, Georgia. The only match announced is there's 2 matches announced. Mark Briscoe taking on Cliff Compton.
Hey!
And a 6-man tag match where Adam Cole will team with Red Dragon to take on Jay Lethal and The Addiction.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. And that's all I got for August. What do you got for August?
For August.
August.
Yeah. The August.
Oh, okay, I got you.
A couple more dates lined up. Starting on the 28th, Chikara is going to be live at First Energy Stadium right after a baseball game finishes up. They take the field in a wrestling ring.
Showing you how to do it in a baseball stadium, JEFF.
That's in Reading, Pennsylvania. There's no matches announced as of yet. Most of the time when Chikara does like the little live shows in conjunction with someone else, most of the time only 1 or 2 matches gets announced. Everything's kind of played by ear depending on who's able to be there.
Right.
Whatnot. Last time we had one of these was the last Chikara appearance of Grizzly Redwood.
Huh. What's he doing now?
No effing clue. But also on the 28th, we start the biggest singles competitor wrestling tournament
BOLA
in the United States of America. With the Battle of Los Angeles Stage 1 in Reseda, California. Talk about a bunch of awesome sounding matches like Aerostar versus Brian Cage, Biff Busick versus Andrew Everett, Mark Andrews versus Will Ospreay, Drago versus Pentagon Jr., Trent Trent versus Trevor Lee, and Phoenix versus Matt Sydal.
I am excited for that one. That is going to be awesome.
But then we also have 3 of the Brits coming from across the pond. Tommy End, Zack Sabre Jr., and Marty Scurll will be taking on Roderick Strong and the Young Bucks in non-tournament 6-man tag action. And then in a tag team match, we're going to have Jack Evans and Angelico taking on
So glad you said it right.
the Inner City Machine Guns, Ricochet and Rich Swann.
What? So good.
A fitting sequel for last time when they went against the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And then on the 29th, we've got Battle of Los Angeles Stage 2, where Marty Scurll takes on Rich Swann in the first round. Chris Hero versus Timothy Thatcher. Angelico takes on Jack Evans, partner versus partner. Tommy End versus Drew Gulak. Mike Bailey versus Drew Galloway, and Ricochet versus Zack Sabre Jr.
That's going to be a good one, too.
And then we have the Team PWG, Biff Busick, Andrew Everett, and Trevor Lee taking on Super Dragon and the Young Bucks.
Ah, yes.
Super Dragon making his in-ring return.
The feud against Mount Rushmore 2.0.
And then a tag team match between Aerostar and Phoenix versus Pentagon Jr. and Drago.
Yes.
And then on the 30th, can't tell you anything that's going to happen on the 30th, Stage 3, because that all depends on which 6 guys from each Stage 1 and Stage 2 advance to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, all going to be held in one night.
So we'll do 3... Or no. Does it end in a triple threat match?
No idea. I don't know how this is going to go.
We'll have to find out.
It very well could.
I'd be
Or
excited.
it could have 2 triple threat semifinals matches.
Any combination of those people is going to be fucking awesome.
And then also on the 30th, if you're not tired of watching wrestling by the end of the BOLA,
Which, if you are, go fuck yourself.
end of V-BOLA, you can go to Beyond
BOLA?
Wrestling
Beyond Wrestling.
on the other side of the country at Providence, Rhode Island at Fest
Look.
Music.
Look, mono fans.
It's going to be the Battle of Long Island returns. Or Battle of New England returns.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's Battle of Los Angeles going on one side of the country and Battle of New England on the other side of the country.
Bola and Boner.
Yeah, Bola Boner. We've got a couple matches announced for that. I mean, awesome action-packed sounding match between A.R. Fox and Jonathan Gresham.
That'll be
We're going to get Nick Gage versus Sugar Dunkerton. We've got the Carly Perez, a.k.a. Katrina, from Lucha Underground, going one-on-one with Sleazy Joey Ryan.
Oh, you mean that match where I want to beat Joey Ryan so fucking bad?
Yeah, that one. For the first time ever, we'll see the Kingdom, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett take on the Beaver Boys.
Ooh.
And we have the 3 Boner Challenge matches being put up by Team Pazuzu.
I believe one of them has been accepted.
One of them, EYFBO, is going to take on the team of JT Dunn and Princess Kimberly.
Alright.
While the Doom Patrol, Jaka and Chris Dickinson, mystery opponents still, and Pinky Sanchez is still in the dark.
Pinky Sanchez.
Pinky Sanchez.
Pinky Sanchez.
Pinky Conchuro. Oh, no, that's kind of racist, I think.
A little bit.
Pinky Sanchez.
There we go.
He's, his mystery opponent is still not unveiled. But, yeah. So we got battles in Los Angeles. We got battles in New England.
I feel like there's something else that's coming.
Well, of course, because only a few days later we start the greatest trios tournament in the world. King of Trios 2015 on the 4th, the day after your birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to me.
Also, before this, let's just go right into it. Shine Wrestling has Shine 29 Ybor City, Florida.
Oh, okay.
On the same day. Santana is going to defend her championship against Allison Kay. That's the only match announced so far.
Alright.
Back to King of Trios, Night 1, Easton, Pennsylvania, in the Funplex, aka the Palmer Center.
We got some matches.
Yeah, we got the first half of the first round announced already.
Nice. do this.
We've got the United Nations, Juan Francisco de Coronado, the Proletariat Bora Moldova, and Azerbaijan's sexiest man, Mr. Azerbaijan. They're going to be taking on Team Attack.
Ooh.
Them guys from Cardiff, Wales. That's Mandrews, Pete Dunne, and Morgan Webster.
Right.
And then we've got the Crown and Court team of Kimberly and Los Ice Creams are going to be taking on the Arcane Hordes, Oleg the Usurper, and the Batiri.
This will probably be the one time they win. They'll move forward in the tournament.
Yeah. The returning champions, the Devastation Corporation, are going to be facing the most experienced trio in the whole tournament, the BWO.
Didn't know what to do there. I was set up for it, and you kept talking, and I lost it.
And then we've got the fourth match, the BDK Contingency. Jakob Hammermeyer, Knockett, and Soldier Ant are going to be taking on Team Fight Club Pro, MK McKinnon, and Mustache Mountain.
Okay, that weird thing didn't happen.
It's not that I saw. Then there's going to be night 2 on the 5th, which we know is going to be the round 2 matches.
Yep.
And also night 2 is always home of the Rey de Voladores.
King of the Flippies.
2 qualifying matches.
Right.
Which we know so far, Mascara Porpora and Matt Cross are the only 2 announced names thus far. And then on the 6th is going to be night 3. And that's always the finals of the Rey de Voladores and the semifinals and finals of the King of Trios tournament. And if it's history repeats itself, as it typically does at King of Trios Night 3, there's always usually a tag team gauntlet.
Yeah, which is usually combinations of trios that have been eliminated, plus some additions. We've seen Demolition return.
Powers of Pain.
We've seen all kinds of just...
Marty Jannetty and 1-2-3 Kid.
Yeah, there's been some interesting combinations that have shown up in the tag team gauntlet, and it's always fun to try and guess who's going to be in it.
Yeah, and I mean, they always say like, oh, it's a 10-team tag team gauntlet, but there's been 13 teams. There's one time it got close to 20 teams.
Yeah, it's not always what they say, because it's Chikara. Anything can happen in Chikara.
Absolutely. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're not done.
We're not done, because we're still in the middle of September.
Yeah.
And you've got a Ring of Honor date on, what, the 11th?
Yes. On the 11th, the Reloaded Tour starts. This will be in... this is not when it starts. This is the second taping. It'll be in Dearborn, Michigan. No matches announced for it quite yet.
Not Deer Pork, though.
No, Dearborn.
Also on the 11th, we have AIW's Faith No More.
Aha.
No matches announced yet, but we do know that they're going to be debuting Hardcore Holly at Cleveland's next AIW show.
Very nice. Well, on the 12th, the Reloaded Tour continues in Chicago Ridge, Illinois.
Also on the 12th, we've got the next CCW WSU Doubleheader coming to us. It's CCW's Down with the Sickness 2015
Yeah,
and
I like that song.
WSU's Excellence. 2 matches have been announced on the CZW side. That we're going to have Nick Gage and Biff Busick taking on the Amazing Gulaks, Drew and Rory. And there's going to be a ladder match between AR Fox and Speedball Mike Bailey.
That'll be good. And then on the 18th, we start All-Star Extravaganza. This will be in San Antonio, Texas. Only 2 matches announced still. We have Bobby Fish taking on whomever is the TV champion. And we have Kyle O'Reilly taking on whomever is the world champion, whether it be Jay Lethal or Roderick Strong.
And then also on the 18th.
You just trying to one-up me now?
Always.
Alright.
AAW presents Defining Moments in Marionette Park, Illinois. And 2 matches announced, much like yours. We've got Ohio is for Killers defending the Tag Team Championships in a Falls Count Anywhere match against the Hooligans, as well as Heidi Lovelace versus Allison Kay, and this will also be the AAW debut of Trevor Lee.
Nice. Well, what about on the 19th, when in San Antonio, Texas, we get All-Star Extravaganza Night 2?
I got nothing on the 19th, bro.
Oh, good. Well, then on the 25th, we go to California, Pennsylvania to continue the Reloaded Tour.
California, Pennsylvania?
Yep. And we finish up in...
I was like really excited because California is not far from here.
I know, right?
Get my hopes up, bro.
No, it's Ring of Honor. And then we finish up the Reloaded Tour on the 26th in Lockport, New York.
So lots of stuff in the months of August still, and in the upcoming month of September.
September to come.
All sorts of crap. We also have the 10-year, I think it is, anniversary of Shimmer in October.
Yeah. November is when Survival of the Fittest usually starts for Ring of Honor.
And a whole slew of Chikara events throughout the rest of the year. They've still, after King of Trios, they still have like 6 or 8 more shows.
Yeah, they really upped their shows this year, so good for you, Chikara.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, hey, you that are still watching this, if you haven't been bored of us just saying people's names for the last 20 minutes, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
Be sure to follow the links down in there of all the people we just talked about, whether it is Chikara Pro,
CZWrestling.com,
ROHWrestling.com,
WWN Live,
DGUSA.tv,
AAWrestling.com,
LocomonoFans.com,
and everyone else, and all the other links that are under those links.
Which are our links, like the Facebook, the Twitter, the Tumblr, the Instagram, the Reddit, the emails.
fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com.
You can get a hold of all of us, or at Kevin_Hawk636@hotmail.com. You can talk to this mofo over here.
I am a mofo. It's happened. Spoiler alert. It'll happen again at some point. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 62. We'll be having predictions for SummerSlam.
Holy crap.
And for NXT TakeOver.
There's going to be a big old prediction video.
Big old prediction video coming up next week.
This is going to be our first ever double prediction video.
Yeah.
At least for WWE.
Yeah. And we'll have the Go Home show to SummerSlam. We'll have the Go Home show of NXT to TakeOver.
Yeah, we know that both Brock Lesnar and Undertaker are scheduled to be in the same building, the same place. And we know what happened the last time that they were in the same place at the same time.
I'm going to kill you!
You're going to have to.
Alright. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget the playlist.
What?